Welcome, listeners. You are here with your host, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap. You are joined again by Mr. Matt Quine.
Hello. Hi, Matt.
Excellent. This is episode number 51 of the Fret Talk podcast. So, what's been going on, Matt? You all right?
Yeah, I've chosen the worst week in history to start a fitness regime.
Yes, you have, haven't you?
Yeah, so I was like, it's only 28 degrees and it's on a Sunday. Let's go for a 7-mile walk. And it kind of just has gone from there. And I've done a couple of runs and I've been to rugby training. And exercise is hard when you're fat.
Oh, tell me about it, man. Tell me about it.
But yeah, other than that, I've played the guitar this week.
Oh, yes. Excellent.
Had a band practice last night because we're playing with a deputy drummer on Saturday, and we had to learn a song to play for the first dance. I think I mentioned it last week.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a generic pop song by Passenger. I think is the polite way of saying it.
Oh, I think I know that one. Generic pop song. Yeah, I've heard that one.
Yeah, it's got the chords from Wonderwall in a slightly different order without the capo.
Oh dear. So yeah, it's like pop music 101, isn't it? That.
Yep.
It's like G, E minor, C add 9, and D sus 4.
Yeah,
or something, isn't it?
that's exactly it. Literally, those are the chords.
There you go.
There is a B7 in the chorus though.
Oh, you cheeky,
which is quite complicated.
Gentleman. Yeah.
Quite complicated. But yeah,
that sorts the men from the boys. That one, doesn't it? That B7.
Yeah. So I'm taking an acoustic guitar to a gig for the first time in about 7 years.
Nice one.
Because the one I was supposed to do earlier in the year, they cancelled the acoustic bit. So yeah, I'm going to play acoustic guitar at a gig. And I also learnt at practice that I want to be in a rock and roll band, because playing Johnny B. Good and Saw Her Standing There by the Beatles, because everybody loves rock and roll, so we throw it in for wedding stuff. Going through that without having like a wedding going on around you was just the most fun thing in the world, because you don't even have to think, and it's just brilliant.
Yeah. Yes, brilliant.
Yep. Yeah.
And if you want to as well, you can stick those like full chord accents, so you can yeah, brilliant.
Yep. So I think that's my life ambition, is to be in a rock and roll band that play a couple of ballads so I can solo.
Nice. That's it, yeah. Because it's all very fast, isn't it? Rock and roll. So you're either like ripping absolute, just like Mixolydian lead, essentially.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
Chuck Berry licks, basically.
McFly had a brilliant rock and roll tune. I can't remember what it was called, but
Five Colours in a Hair, maybe?
No, Five Colours in a Hair. That's a wicked tune. The riff is wicked to play. It's so much fun. But they had...
Yeah, no, it's not.
They had a rock and roll tune which pretty much started with the Chuck Berry intro. But I can't remember what tune it is. If you so feel inclined, I assume it's off the first album. Just go through their entire album Spotify until you find one good rock and roll tune.
Yeah, I might do that, because I hated McFly when they first came out.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
because I was I was a Busted fan, so you had to hate McFly. I was 13, 14 when Busted were at their peak, so you were a Busted fan, and then McFly came along and they were just a Busted copy.
Well,
but
I mean,
listening back, they're a better version of what Busted could have been.
Yeah, well, they were like the talented version of Busted, weren't they? Because Busted were very... I mean, I think Matt Willis at the time didn't really play bass. He had a bass, but he didn't really play.
He was basically the same as Paul Simonon in The Clash, in that he was mates with the guys in the band and was told, you don't play an instrument, here's a bass.
I mean, that's the start of every bassist's rock and roll dream there, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Phil Lynott of Thin Lizzy, he didn't play bass until he was in Lizzy. He just played it because he needed to.
He was quite good at it, though.
Yeah, he ended up being pretty darn good, wasn't he? Come up with some absolutely wicked bass lines, and some of the bass lines that he played whilst singing like kind of ad-libbed lead lines.
Yeah.
He's talented man.
How could he sing the Dancing in the Moonlight, the verse, whilst playing the riff? Like, how does that even work? Like, his vocals are in almost like a different time signature to the bass riff, and he does them at the same. Like, that baffles me every time.
If you want to get baffled, listen to the end of that tune, like Dancing in the Moonlight. He starts like taking the bass line for a walk whilst doing the ad libs.
Yeah,
and he's something else, Mr. Lynott. I'm an absolutely massive Thin Lizzy fan, as is anyway. So, and one of the only times when flange on a bass is acceptable. I'm sure there's a joke about that.
One of the only. I was about to say it's the one and only time bassists get any flange, isn't it?
Boom. Take that, bassists.
It's fine. Bassists don't listen to this. They know we don't like them.
Yeah. To be honest, I like playing a bit of bass.
I've got a bit of a secret for you.
Go on.
I kind of, after like 10, 12, whatever years of playing it is, I kind of wish I was a bassist. Because it's easier to find a band when you're a bassist. And there's some really cool bass lines, but you also get to sit there and do fuck all for half the set.
It's living the dream, man. It's living the dream. I like playing bass because you basically get free reign to improvise over the top of everything. As long as you're generally keeping within the, like, to the chords, you're all good.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I'd quite like to be a bassist.
But yeah, I'm stuck in this silly guitarist's body.
Yeah.
Hey, I like guitar as well. I like guitar. So you've played some guitar this week. You been up to any more antics?
Just trying to think. I really regret buying the Bolt guitar now, not because it's not going to be awesome, but Andrew, the Guitar Geek, Mr. Ferris, posted his JTV 59 for sale for about what I paid as the deposit for the Bolt with a little bit of extra. And I'm just like, oh, if you'd have posted that 2 weeks ago, I'd have had that instead of the Strat.
Yeah, I mean, because the Strat is mainly us peer pressuring you.
Kind of, but I've kind of turned it into a Matt Strat.
The Matt Strat, I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a hardtail Strat, but not a standard hardtail Strat. It's a
it's Tune-o-matic, isn't it?
Tune-o-matic hardtail Strat.
You're a heathen.
With a maple cap on an alder body.
Why not, eh? Why not?
Oh yeah, and an ebony board, because that's the really Stratty board.
Yeah. I mean, that's
unbound, of course.
The pin.
You don't like that binding.
No, I don't think with Strats binding isn't really necessary. I think the shape and whatnot kind of stands up on its own.
Yeah,
but with
binding is for Les Pauls, and it can be on a telly, but you can also get away without it on a telly.
Yeah, I like a double bound telly.
Yeah.
But then again, I like a bound Les Paul, a double bound Les Paul. I like SG fingerboards that are bound as well. I like binding. I do like binding. However, on a Strat, I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah. But yeah, like I say, I kind of almost regret buying that now, because that JTV 59 would have been amazing. But I can't.
Just wait until you get the Bolt underneath your fingers. You'll be fine.
I will, because it'll be like my guitar, and it'll be the only guitar like that in existence, because no other idiot is going to have an alder with a maple cap, with a Tune-o-matic bridge, and a ebony fingerboard with 3 Fletcher pickups in it. The El Nico 4s, I think it was, I asked for.
Yeah.
With the Eric Clapton active pickup mod. Active mid-boost tone circuit, sorry.
You've just
Just to
reminded
kind
me.
of-
Actually, I've got a set of pickups that I need to send off to Bolt. I went to see Mr. Fletcher this weekend, this past weekend, and I had a chat with Adam Yeomans before going there, and he's got a set of pickups already waiting at Fletcher's. And I says, because I'm going up, I'll go collect them for you, rather than Fletcher sending them out, save him a bit of cash and all that.
Yep.
So I did, but then I found out these pickups were to go to Bolt Guitars to get put in Yeoman's Bolt guitar.
Has he got one as well?
He's got one as well.
Is it an SG?
It's not an SG. You'll find out very soon. It's possibly the most pimp piece of instrument you'll ever see. From what he's described,
Purple with gold hardware there.
Well, we'll see. So I've got these set of humbucker size P90s that look the absolute dog's bollocks. But I need to send them out. I got the address that I need to send them to 2 days ago, and I still haven't done it. My bad.
Yeah. We've all been there, you know.
By the time this cast's out, it might have happened. So,
yeah,
well,
you know, we've been
crossed.
there. You take the neck off your Telecaster, you take all of the metal work off it, and you leave it in the corner for like 6 months.
That's just like an aging process. That is, you're giving it mojo by doing that.
Exactly.
And that's the way that we've got to justify it. Because, yep, that's now a broken Telecaster.
It's not broken, it's just dismantled.
Well, you sure as shit ain't working, mate.
You're talking about it will work if I put it together, hopefully.
Yeah. That's my philosophy with building pedals, that.
It's not broken until you test it.
That's it, yeah. I've got so many pedals that are in that phase where they're put together, but delicate balance.
Have you sorted out Joe's Berserker or whatever it's called?
The Brutalist. We'll not talk about that one. We'll
okay.
We'll leave. We'll leave that. No, I haven't had a chance this week. I've been a busy man. Busy man. Doing like proper grown-up things, not like pissing away silly days due to stupidity. I've been an actual grown-up. But I have done other things. I had a chance this afternoon to play one of those Fletcher guitars that I went to pick up this weekend. He's put a set of the new Providence pickups in a semi-hollow kind of 335-esque Chinese guitar. Not the greatest quality guitar. Some of the bits could do with changing. However, I love it. I shouldn't, because it like I say, it's not the greatest. It doesn't hold the tune. It doesn't hold tuning the best. And I haven't had a chance to plug it in yet, so I've yet to have a chance to kind of be blown away by these beautiful pickups. But I played it unplugged, and the thing sustains. It was sustaining without me plugging into anything, and I just know it's going to be glorious.
Ace.
And it's like this weird, kind of iced tea burst.
Iced tea burst.
Yeah, the Gibson. It's kind of like faded heritage cherry, but where the kind of outside, rather than being red, has kind of gone like a really light mocha brown, and it's beautiful. And it's got like a very subtle flame to the maple as well. So, as far as Chinese guitars go, this is it's a beautiful one. So yeah, I can't wait to get it plugged in, because I know that the moment I get those Provenance pickups plugged in, I'm going to be phoning up Fletch and saying, can I have some of these in my Midtown, please? Because, yeah,
You know what's going to happen.
Oh, well, I do. I should probably just
pretty
put
sure
order
all
now.
of the listeners are aware that what's going to happen is you're going to end up doing a deal where he takes the pickups out of his test guitar that you're using at the moment, puts them in your Midtown, and you get a bit of a discount because you talked about them on the podcast, because that's what happens with all of the other ones.
I'd like to say it is. To be honest, he's treated me well. He has treated me well, Mr. Fletcher. And his guitar pickups have treated me even better. Just every time I plug a set in, because I've got like I have mentioned that I've got probably too many guitars, so it takes me a while to get between.
Blasphemy.
To kind of circle back round, and I plugged in the Proton Telly, which is basically like a quarter pounder in the bridge and like a kind of Gibson-y PAF, hot PAF in the neck. And it blew me away. It just made me think, like, why am I not using this guitar for everything? Because it's got a coil tap on the bridge and a coil split on the neck, so it's like ultimate versatility. Got a phase switch on it as well, so it's literally got all the tones you'd ever need.
It won't do Strat 2 and 4 though, will it? So you need at least the Strat on top of that.
The middle position with the tap and the split on is good enough to get
close.
To get there, and then pull the phase switch out on it as well, and you get that real kind of quacky tone, which you can get you kind of position 2-ish. So, yeah, I mean, it would be like, if I was doing lots of studio work, that would be the one that I'd go to. Either that or my Variacs, but probably that one, because the Fletcher pickups are just goddamn.
Or here's an idea, both.
I don't know. Can I carry that many guitars?
You've got two hands, haven't you? The studio's going to have everything else.
Yeah, suppose. There you are. Yeah, sold. I'll do that then. Just got to find myself some studio work to do now. So yeah, I mean, that's what I've done this week. I have also been watching Netflix, which not usually guitar related. I was actually watching Rick and Morty earlier, which hilarious as ever, but that wasn't guitar related. I was watching the new series of Luke Cage on Netflix. Probably one of the better Marvel Netflix forays.
Haven't done the Marvel Netflix forays because everybody tells me they're not as good as the films.
Oh, they aren't. There's no bones about that. I would watch Jessica Jones because that one's really good.
Does she like her backside?
I mean, the woman's not bad to look at, but no, the actual story, and Jessica Jones is just a badass. That woman, I don't know her name, but she plays the same character in everything. But in this one, she now has superpowers too, so it's all good.
Cool. Yeah, like I say, not done the Netflix series yet, but I might have to check a couple of them out.
Yeah, like I say, check out Jessica Jones. Luke Cage, the first series, starts off really good, then takes a dip, then gets really good towards the end. But the thing that goes throughout the whole of it is the music is wicked in it. Like there's a lot of it's based in a jazz club where they have like cameos, and this is kind of tying into what I saw this week in that jazz club in season 2, episode 2, I believe it is. There is a cameo by Mr. Gary Clark Jr. and he plays a couple of tunes, one of which is his own, and one is a Muddy Waters cover, and it's epic. Just the guy has got soul for days, and his guitar tone ain't shabby.
Yeah, I need to check this out. I really do.
So in the episode, sorry, he's using his new, and by new I mean kind of like 6 months old, Gary Clark Jr. SG Triple P90 Gibson signature.
The Gibson that we raved over.
Yeah.
Like, of all of the Gibson releases that we've had, this was the one that we said is the best value for money Gibson we could think of.
Yeah, pretty much. And I would probably still stand by that. I have not seen one in the shops, though. I don't think, as far as I'm aware, I don't think they've made it over to the UK. The Gary Clark Juniors.
I've not seen any advertised. I've not looked that hard, but
yeah.
I remember looking at the time because they look like really cool instruments, like that. I'm not a P90 person, but 3 P90s in an SG just looks kind of badass.
Yeah, it's got a certain look about it, and the tone on it as well. If this Luke Cage cameo is anything to go by, exquisite. Just it's nice. so nice. Yeah, I like P90s as is. I think they're a fantastic pickup. They're definitely my top 3 pickups.
I think they might be 4th for me.
Go on then. Filtertron.
Yeah, Filtertron, then Humbucker, then Tele Bridge single coil. Sorry, no, Tele Neck single coil, then P90, then Tele Bridge single coil, and then Strats.
Oh shit, man! Now you've thrown a spanner in the works. I don't think it even makes my top 3. Because Teleneck single coil is definitely at the top, because that's the tone. Then I think it might be like Strat single coil neck pickup. Then it might be Humbucker neck pickup. I think we can see a pattern going on here, can't
we? There's a bit of a pattern there, yeah. Is number 4 maybe P90 neck pickup?
Number 4 is EMG bridge pickup, all the volume, no tone. Just no tone control. No, I'm kidding. It's P90 neck pickup.
Yeah, thought it might be. There's definitely a theme.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, I could probably get away with having a single pickup guitar if it was only a neck pickup.
Still think bridge, Filtertron, wired to the output jack.
You're a maverick.
In fact, I'm pretty sure my first personal build guitar is going to be exactly that. That's what I'm going to do. One day, I'm going to make a parts caster, and that's what it's going to be. Somebody else can tell me how to do the wiring. I'll just do it myself.
Yeah, just 2 wires going directly from the coil itself just to the output, yeah.
I'm not sure that works, though. I don't really understand the logistics of it.
Yeah, that's tone science, that is. Tone science. Yeah, that sounds wicked. It almost sounds like the Malcolm Young Gretsch with the Filtertron bridge.
He did leave the tone and volume controls on that, though. Which is just kind of like, yeah, what's the point?
Yeah, that's superfluous. You just need to plug in, get rocking. Well, I think we should move on to what news what we've got this week, because we've got some news. I'm not going to act as surprised as I did last week. I listened back and thought, wow, you really are milking this this news here, mate. So yeah, we have got news. It's the point in the year where the news starts picking up, and we'll probably see news again until kind of December again, where stuff starts dropping off. But yeah, so it is It is like Summernam, and at the moment, Summernam's not really finished. So we're going to tackle that next week. By the time this episode comes out, you'll already know about Summernam now, so we will be a little bit redundant. But who cares about that? We're talking about some of the stuff that come out just a little bit before Summernam, which might have fallen underneath the radar and just completely excites me. So the first thing, my kind of gear of the year last year was a little freight-based multi-effect pedal by one of my favourite companies, Mooer. And that was the Red Truck. And Mooer have now given us Mooer. They've given us
Mooer of Mooer.
They've given us Mooer. Mooer of the Red Truck. Now this is they've brought out like a revision of it, and it's called the Black Truck. So my initial impressions is that it's not red anymore, but we'll kind of delve a little bit deeper.
So are we going to do some ups and downs? So that's a down.
Yeah. So on the one hand, it's not red anymore. However, so another kind of down is that instead of having a separate reverb and delay, they now have space, which is either reverb, delay, or both. So we don't have to fight about this one. It's not a case of either or. We can live in harmony. Although it would clearly be set to delay.
No,
I'm coming around to reverb.
Delay.
I'm coming around to reverb.
Yeah.
Spring reverb is classy.
Give it 6 months and you'll be on modulated reverb with like
shimmers.
A 4-minute tail, and you'll be just making some weird spacey noises like I did at band practice to annoy the rest of them whilst they were setting up.
Yeah, it'll be the moment when I get the Hall of Fame 2, get that mash feature. Just adding shimmer to everything.
Yeah.
Shimmer spring. I wonder if we could do that. Well, that's a test now, isn't it? Might try that. So, another, like I say, that's another kind of downside for it. The modulation section is pretty much kept untouched. So you can either choose phaser, tremolo, or flanger. Le flange. Yeah, le flange. So, out of the modulations, trem's alright. I like phase. Flange can be cool. Chorus, where are you? And vibrato, come on. Vibrato, the best one.
Kind of. No, chorus is the best one, obviously.
Chorus is just vibrato, but with a clean blended in.
Yeah, but you need that clean blended in so you can actually fucking use it.
No, you guys.
Is this going to be the new reverb delay?
Maybe.
This is going to be the new reverb delay.
I'm going to get my my TC shaker back from work, and I'm going to show you that it is literally the best thing ever. It makes me smile whenever I stamp on the shaker, because it's mental. It makes everything sound like Clapton in the 60s. Brilliant.
Clapton in the 60s was good.
Yeah. In fact, some would say that's his best stuff.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Kind of went early 70s, he wasn't too bad. Late 70s, he was bad. 80s was, again, not fantastic. And then he kind of brought it back again.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing all right for himself now, isn't he? He's doing all right. Back onto the Black Truck. The Black Truck has got a new feature. It is a 5-band EQ that is switchable.
What? Why?
For tonal shaping. maybe you might want to use it as a boost. Maybe you might just want a different EQ. I thought that was really good. Like, Mesa stuff, isn't it? They have EQs on them.
But this isn't it's not an amp though, is it? It's multi-effects.
Yes, it is a multi-effects, yeah.
So don't you have EQ on your amp?
You do, yeah. But the point is that you've got, like, this is after all of your drive section of your black truck. So you might have like the EQ set to like a scoop sound so that it sits quite well in the band mix, and then you turn it off and it's kind of mid-humpy, or you might do it the other way around where you add some mids to boost for solo, or...
Yeah, I mean, like, I kind of get it, but I'd rather have 2 modulation sections so I can run a chorus into a phaser, or a chorus into a tremolo, or a phaser into a tremolo. Like, I wouldn't pick EQ as my top 50 effects. Like, yeah, I mean, like, obviously, this is the thing that's changed. This is one of the things that changed from the original Red Truck, isn't it? There wasn't an EQ on the original one.
There was not an original 5-band EQ on the Red Truck.
Yeah, so obviously people are crying out for this, and I'm in the wrong. But personally,
pretty much.
Listening to that, I'd pick the Red Truck over the Black Truck because I don't care about EQ.
But I care more about the colour scheme, so I probably would choose the Red Truck as well. Just out of spite.
Yeah, and of course,
I think the overdrive section has changed as well.
My Tube Screamer does it all for me. Right, okay. We got new overdrives.
So...
What are those? What are those overdrives?
Hang on, I'm going to put a time marker on this because I can't hear you very well, Matt.
Am I going really quiet?
No, you're going robot-y, like that.
Right, okay. I don't know what's causing that.
No, it's fine. So, gives me a chance to clear my throat as well. Aha! So we've got an overdrive and a distortion section. Which I think it only had one of the two before, maybe? I don't know.
Can't remember.
The compressor is still on a toggle switch rather than being switchable. However, my compressor's always on, so I'm down for that.
Can you change the compression level?
Yeah. It's not just set. You get the overall level, you get compression amount, and you get a tone as well.
Oh, right, okay, that's not bad.
So yeah, it might be pretty cool. Then it goes into overdrive and then into distortion, and you got the 5-band EQ, then the mod, then the space, then the tuners at the end of it all, I think. But I believe there's an option for a loop as well, so you can add your own effects. So that's pretty cool too, encompassing. So let's wrap this bad boy up. What are your thoughts overall on this black truck?
I mean, like I say, I'm not massively fussed on an EQ section, and I'd prefer more modulations, like maybe the option for 2 modulations.
Yeah, that's fair enough to say. I think there's not enough different for me to choose this over the Red Truck, and the Red Truck is red and actually looks more like a truck. So, and I don't know the price of the Red Truck, but I think it was probably cheaper than this one, which is coming up at €250. And I don't even know how to convert that into real money.
I mean, it's after Brexit, it's 1 for 1, so it's £250.
Oh, right, okay. Well, that's nice and easy to convert.
It's not quite, but it's like 1.07, which so it'd be like 230 quid.
Well, that's even better. So there you go. Grab yourself a bargain. Thank you, Brexit. Right. That's not the only bit of news this week, is there? There's been a pretty massive change in the TC Electronics Tone Print app this week. So, for those who are unaware of what the TC Electronics Tone Print app is, most of the TC pedals that are not the kind of big box, cheaper ones, have got the function to use a tone print where you can basically load on presets for that pedal from artists and some that TC have made. There are some really cool artist features on there. I mean, we've got John Petrucci, Paul Gilbert, Steve Stevens, Guthrie Govan. I think Joe Satriani's on one of them as well. So there's quite a few to choose from already on there. And what the iOS and Android app would allow you to do was basically call on these artist presets and load them onto your pedal, which was cool. It gave you a little bit of exploration, but it was very limited in that sense when compared to the desktop app, because the desktop app then allows you to go in further and edit all of the parameters yourself and kind of create your own tone prints. The drawback of that, however, was the fact that you had to hook your pedal up to the computer via a USB cable. Then to listen to any of the changes that are being made, you would then have to hook that up to an amp. So your pedal up to whatever power supply and up to a guitar and up to your amp, whilst trying to manipulate it all with this desktop app on your laptop. Very cumbersome, very time consuming, very much a pain in the arse. I mean, I've got a whole bunch of TC pedals, and I never bothered with the desktop app to go into the tone print editor. And that is fully the kind of shit I would love to do, but it was just so much effort. I couldn't be asked with that. Now they're allowing all of that tone print editing software on your mobile phone.
Yeah, so I'm the exact same. I've got 3 pedals that have this functionality, and I've used the Tone Print app on the phone a couple of times to basically what I've done is Googled what I wanted the Tone Print to do and tried to find out whose Tone Print does that, and then used their Tone Print. And I couldn't even tell you whose it was that I put on the Hall of Fame, but I put somebody's on the Hall of Fame because they had a phased reverb. And
cool.
Other than that, I've done sod all with it, because you can't do, like, if what you're saying is I can now just plug my phone into the pedal and go, right, I want a bit of phaser with some spring reverb rather than a bit of phase with the Hall reverb that I've got, then fucking brilliant. I can actually use the thing now.
Well, what we want to do is we want shimmer on a spring reverb, because
right, okay,
clearly that's what we said earlier. The Sprimmer reverb is, I think, what we'll call it. It will be Sprimmer, yeah.
And Isn't that what you cut the grass with?
Yeah, with your Black & Decker Sprimmer. Yep. So that I think that one's going to be useless sounding, but it's also going to be the Fret Talk exclusive tone print there.
Yeah.
And Matt's going to have to do it because I don't have a Hall of Fame.
Because you're a cretin.
Well, it's because reverb sucks, isn't it?
It doesn't, though. We've both come to terms with the fact that we're both growing as people. I now use delay occasionally. You've come to terms with you like spring reverb.
Yeah, no. That's fully happens. I do like spring reverb. and I think I might be able to get on board with the Spring Reverb with Shimmer. So yeah, I think, I mean, the drawback of this app would appear to be that it's not kind of real-time editing. You edit on the software without being able to hear what's going on, but then you can beam it directly to your phone. So there's a little bit of a delay between when you're manipulating stuff on the app and when you can hear it, but it does get rid of all of those wires. So I think some fine tuning of tone print apps would be of tone prints would be brilliant. My first thing, as mentioned, is pretty much going to be I've got to grab my Shaker Mini, and I'm going to make the craziest vibrato tone print that was ever heard. I'm going to make it so unusable.
I mean,
yeah.
What are you going to do? Turn the vibrato pedal on?
The vibrato is so good, man. It's so good. So good. In fact, I'm gonna.
Is Univibe vibrato, or is that different?
Yeah, Univibe's like a. It's like a step phaser, isn't it? I believe.
I was asking the question because I didn't know.
Yeah, essentially, kind of tonally, it's somewhere between a phaser, a vibrato, and a tremolo. Because you get a kind of pulsating throbbiness, but it's also got that. I know, yeah. It's dirty, you dirty man. You dirty man. Pulsating throbbiness. Oh dear. I'll be on some kind of register when I hear that. Yeah, you get the. I can't even think of a word that isn't throbby to describe it. So you're just gonna have to like be sensible now, man. Be sensible. So yeah, you get that throbby thing, but you're also getting the kind of grittiness with about like the phaser grittiness. I have no doubt that there's probably going to be a way to make any of the pedals sound like that. I think the beauty of the TC tone editor is that it allows you to do stupid things. Like you can add, as you said, like a phaser onto a reverb.
Yeah.
To make,
or you could do something unusable, like put a delay onto a tremolo, but only on the tails.
Yes, yeah. That'd be an odd one, wouldn't it? Again, so like imagination. I reckon what we need to do is we need to get like a little hat with just like guitar buzzwords in it, and just like, here you go, multi-step, like compressor. What? Yep, let's make it happen.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. And just like see what mad effects we can make using this tone print editor. So yeah, I think like it's massive news for me, because it's just the tone print editor is something that I've always wanted to get into, but have always just not been bothered with the plugging in rigmarole.
Yeah.
So I'm excited by that. How about yourself, Matt? You gonna get on there?
Yeah, I mean, it might make me try and find my Flashback Mini, because at the moment my Flashback Mini is somewhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But if I can do weird things to that, then that might, I might be able to do weird things with the delay, which will just make me giggle. Yeah. And if it makes me giggle, then it's going to go on my board. And then, like I've always said, the Hoff Mini that I use is basically so that I don't have to go and turn the reverb on and off on my Vox. So I'll leave that as it is. And then the big Hoff, instead of stealing someone else's phased reverb, I can actually put the sound that I wanted to put on there. So yeah, I'll definitely be using it to sort my my Hoff out.
I'm down with that. So I think that's got to be our challenge in our podcast group this week. I want to hear some mental TC tone print editor stuff, because you've now got it at your fingertips. So if you own a TC pedal, I want to see you getting onto your tone print editors, making just some crazy effects, and sharing a quick video in the Fret Talk podcast.
Sounds like a plan.
Indeed, it'll give me a raging tone boner.
Have you made that pedal yet? The raging tone boner?
Not yet. No. I think that's my next one to come out. The raging tone boner, shaped entirely like a banana. Very strange enclosure. So we've got a final bit of news this week. It's from the people at Joyo, or Joyo, or no, apparently it is Joyo. I did ask them. It's Joyo. They've come up with a new affordable power supply. No, not those cheap, crappy ones that are not really isolated. This one's called the JP05, and it's a rechargeable USB power supply. So it looks a bit like those ubiquitous, crappy, I think they were called the JP02s. I mean, they're not bad.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. They're not bad.
I had a cheap copy of it. I had a Chinese copy of Joyo.
And it was not bad, let me assume, but it was just not quite there.
I mean, it was less noisy than a one spot, but more noisy than a proper isolated power supply.
Yeah. And I mean, in certain situations, they're not noisy at all. Like if you've got the right pedals in
good power.
Or you're going through a decent bit of conditioned power.
Yeah, you're not on the same thing as all of the lights in the building.
Yeah, if you're going through dirty power, then it can be affected somewhat. But they're not bad. And for the sake of like 30 quid or whatever they are, they're not bad at all. This one's...
See, that's why I had the Chinese copy. You and your 30 quid paying for the Joyo brand name. Mine was 22 quid.
See, I'm happy to pay that £8 difference to have mine stamped with Joyo. No, to be honest, I've got like 3 of them, and none of them are the same brand. But yeah, they're exactly the same. They've got a switchable, like neon glowing lights as well, which is brilliant.
Yeah, bright blue lights.
Yeah. It's brilliant because I mount them underneath my pedal boards, and it looks like a boy racer's car from the 90s.
That's what you remember. I mentioned that I had the LEDs underneath my pedal board.
Yeah,
I only bought that because I missed the blue lights from when I used to have the old power supply.
Oh man, that's dedication. So I think these are the same.
Pink light.
So the JP05 is the same. It's got like that kind of bank of kind of super bright LEDs. It's a rechargeable power supply, so hopefully none of that noise that you get from like being plugged into directly into some fluorescent lighting. It's eight outputs. You've got 3 500 milliamps, 4 100 milliamps, and 100 milliamp, which is a 9, 12, or 18 volt switchable. So pretty good stuff. You should be able to
pretty useful.
Chain a couple of them as well to get some even more than 8 if you so desire.
Yeah.
If you've got a ridiculous board like Matt.
I couldn't power my entire board with it, but I could power all but one pedal with it.
We're talking the M5?
Yeah, the M5. I'm pretty sure it says that it's a 500 milliamp draw, but I'm pretty sure it's drawing more than that.
No, it's like 5 amps or something.
Yeah.
Requires its own little power generator.
That's the reason I have 3 power supplies on my board, not 2. The M5 has 1 on its own. It's just the one that comes with it. Was the ones that you get that you just plug in. It's just a plug and it plugs straight into the M5.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's just the M5 plugged into any of the other power supplies, and it just took all of the power away from all the other pedals on that supply. So you turned the M5 on, and all the other LEDs dipped in brightness, and you were like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
I had it where I could power the M5, but it was noisy on everything else. It was just like a digital. It's like, oh well, I'm not going to use that now anymore. So yeah, it seems quite useful. I think the 3500s is pretty cool. I think it's very similar to the, like I say, the those 30 quid strip ones, the JPO2s. But the fact that it's USB chargeable lithium battery means that it might be a little bit more reliable. It's 70 quid. So you are paying for that Joyo brand name. You are paying for you're paying for the brand.
Yeah, and like it's good if you want something that you can power your pedals without plugging into something. A really good idea.
Yeah,
but for 70 quid, that's more expensive than the Mooer isolated one.
Okay, yeah.
Which is what I've got half my pedals on my board running off, and it's a good isolated output.
Yeah, it works.
Power supply. Obviously, it's not wireless, so it's not rechargeable. It's not battery powered. But
yeah,
as I said last week with the Boss things, if I'm plugging something in not where I'm gigging, I'm forgetting to take it to the gig because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, we were talking about this before the cast, and I talked about how the last gig that I went to, where I took my Variax, I'd forgotten to charge it, and I ended up charging it in between the sets. So yeah, it worked. It was fine, but I ended up
all the gigs I did in TT, I forgot at least one thing. So for one of them, I forgot to take any guitar stands, and I had 3 guitars, so that was fun. One of them, I had to borrow a jack-to-jack cable because I'd left mine at home because I'd been practicing at home.
That's a rookie mistake right there, that is.
And the third one, I didn't have a capo with me.
Oh, who needs a capo, man? Just make the singer sing lower.
We're a covers band. We do covers.
No. Right you are.
Yeah,
you are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know.
I was watching one of my my budget pedal chat YouTube videos this week because I'm narcissistic like that. And I used a capo on one of them. I did a video lesson of Albert Collins style licks.
I remember you saying.
And I listened back to it just to kind of see what it sounded like, and the licks bang on. It sounds wicked, and especially the fact that I'm playing it through a Les Paul and it sounds like an out of phase telly. It's fantastic. Don't know how I managed that. Some voodoo at least. But yeah, I used a capo
video
on
editing.
Yeah, I edited in the sound of a Telecaster. That'd be a really elaborate way of doing things, wouldn't it? It's not like I'm short of Telecasters either. I could have just reached and picked up a Telecaster. No, but I really felt that the Les Paul nailed that tone, so I just thought I'd use it for it. Yeah. But yeah. So swinging back onto the Joyo, I think you've hit the nail on the head there with it. That if you are the type of person who is organised enough to be able to plug it in before your gigs, wicked, go for it. I'm not one of those. Matt's not one of those. So yeah, I think.
Apologies, Joyo. You've made a really good product.
Yeah,
but I'm an idiot.
Yeah, we're just too stupid to use them.
There's a lot of things out there that I'm too stupid to use.
Indeed.
Like scissors, knives, anything with a blade.
That's it. Rechargeable power supplies. Just any of those. I've got one final bit of news actually that I didn't mention to you before the cast. It's a really quick one. Line 6, we bagged on them last week. We really laid into them last week. Sorry, guys. The Shuriken, the Stevic signature Variax. You're
saying words at me.
You're looking confused, Matt.
Shuriken and Stevic.
Is it?
Yes.
12-Foot Ninja, the band, has a guitarist called Stevic.
Okay. Is he like Danish or Swedish or Norwegian or something?
No, he's Australian.
Kind of name is Stevic for an Australian? Was his parents like criminals from Norway or Denmark or Sweden?
Oh, that's a stereotype.
Sorry to any of our Australian listeners.
So
had a bad day.
Yeah. His Line 6 Variax model was basically a metal machine. It was a baritone tuned single pickup. Kind of. It's a very weird body shape. I can't even describe it.
Isn't the whole point of a Variax that you can have a 6-string in normal tuning and then flick a button and get a baritone sound?
Yeah, but I mean the baritone thing, the low tuning is like their kind of default setting, so it made sense for him to have that. But yeah, it did have the Variax technology, so he could move from that to like banjo tune to open G for like 4 bars of a song, and then I mean he's like,
as you do in metal.
Well, he's a complete just walking advertisement for the Variax technology and how you should use it if you were using it creatively. And he's doing a brilliant job with that. And the Shurikens were like hugely popular. There's quite a cult following over the Shuriken. Line 6 have announced this week that they are doing a new version of the Shuriken, which is a standard scale length.
So they're doing what I said they should have done in the first place?
Yeah, pretty much. But
you see, I'm really clever. I'm switched on up here, you know.
But it just makes me think, what's the fucking point?
Yeah, no, it's a Variax, so you either have one or the other. You don't need both.
Yeah, well, my sentiment exactly is that they already do a Variax standard, which is a standard scale length.
Yeah,
they do the Shuriken, which is a baritone scale length. And if you really wanted the kind of metal-y thing, I'm sure you could make a standard Variax sound metal using the modelling software. So, yep, I don't think it's all that much of a need, but they have been so goddamn popular. So they're going to prove me wrong with this. People are going to be buying these motherfuckers right up, aren't they?
Yep. Because they're all sheep.
Again, I didn't want to absolutely rip Line 6 this week, but it seems like Line 6 are the new Gibson.
To be fair, last week what we did was we ripped on the 15-year-old Line 6 technology versus modern day technology. So what we said was 15 years ago with shit processing power, they couldn't do what they can do now, is basically what we said.
Yeah, I mean, Captain Obvious, pretty much.
Yeah.
There. I mean, it's like looking back now and saying, oh, the iPhone 3 was shit, weren't it?
Yeah, exactly. So they're getting there, and yeah.
No, I'm all for Line 6. I'm a massive supporter of their stuff.
Helix, HX, Effects, the actual Variaxes. Yeah, I've got no problems with Line 6.
Yeah.
I've got no problems with Gibson either, apart from the fact that their marketing seems to be done in the wrong way.
Yeah, they're just making stupid decisions. I wish them all the best. We're going to move on to our questions this week. We've got one, and it can be slightly controversial. So our good friend Steve, the man with so many guitars, he makes me feel like I have a modest collection. But yeah, he was basically saying how he turned down a gig this week with a band that he's affiliated with because
No longer.
That he's broken ties with because they were taking free gigs, and he doesn't want to do free gigs. He draws the line at that. And it made us kind of question where is the line and what's acceptable. When do you expect to be paid? When do you not expect to be paid? Should we expect to be paid if we want to better the kind of musical climate for everyone? So you've got some opinions on this, haven't you, Matt?
I do, and I freely admit that the Isle of Man is a totally different music scene to the UK, and on top of that, that I'm in a covers band that's mostly what these days we're basically a function band or a wedding band.
Yeah.
So I'm in a totally different market to what Steve was talking about. I'm in a totally different market to what your band does. But I would never, or in the last 5 years, I have not played a free gig. And the reasons why are because we sat down and decided as a group, if you look at even like, we would never do anything other than a charity gig for free. But we'd like in the early days of the band that I'm in, we did a couple of charity gigs for free. And then we actually looked at it and we said, they're paying the venue. All the people who are working the bar at the venue are getting paid. All of the people that are doing the catering are getting paid. So why are we expected to do it for free? So what we did going forward was if anybody approached us for charity gigs, we said, right, forget what our standard rates are. They're out of the window. We're not looking to make any money from this. What we want you to do is cover our costs. No. What we want you to do is cover our costs.
Yeah.
So generally, with a charity do, it's a corporate function type thing where you've got to set up early, then other people come in, have a dinner, and then you come on and play afterwards. So we've got to travel there twice. We've got to travel there, set our gear up, leave, travel back there, play the gig, break our stuff down, and leave.
Yeah.
We've got to make sure our gear is insured, because if you're leaving gear somewhere else, you've got to pay extra on your insurance. So if I'm leaving gear in a venue overnight or even unattended by me for 12 hours or 6 hours, that's extra on my insurance. Plus the fact that I've got to insure my gear. A lot of venues over here are very, very picky about public liability insurance. So I have to pay for public liability insurance for my gear in case it falls over and breaks somebody's leg, and they then sue the venue. The venue would then look for my public liability insurance as it was my gear that caused the issue. So I have to pay for public liability insurance. So we would ask for 20 quid a head for the band, which is £100. There's 5 of us.
Yeah.
Which, bearing in mind that a pub gig we would get 200 to 300 quid. For a wedding we charge £750. For somebody's birthday party we charge 500. For a corporate function we can charge anywhere up to £1,000. I mean, 100 quid is going to be cheaper than what they're getting the venue for. And it will just mean that we aren't losing money by doing the gig. Which, at the end of the day, if you've got to drive there and back twice and cover all your insurance costs and everything, you're losing money.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And it's like I said before we kind of started it, that it was it is a controversial thing, because some people would say, no, that's wrong. It's a charity gig. You should do it for free. But I completely see your side of it, that in fact they wouldn't go to a venue and say, "Oh well, we're a charity, so you need to give us this venue for free," because they wouldn't get the venue that they wanted. They might get somewhere, but they wouldn't get the venue that they wanted.
Exactly.
You wouldn't say to a bar staff, "Oh, you've got to work tonight for free because it's a charity event." They would go, "No, it's my job."
Yeah, you wouldn't get any staff.
No, you wouldn't at all. Like I say, you might get the odd one or two who really want to support the charity, but you won't get enough to run an event. So, asking a band to do it for what is costing them money, it shouldn't be expected at all.
Yeah. And the other thing I need to say is that's the only time that you'd ever, on the Isle of Man, be asked to do a gig for free. There's no venues that ask you to do a gig for free or make you get tickets to, and you are taking a cut of the ticket price or anything like that.
Yeah,
we're a totally different market over here, and like I say, especially as a covers band, we just don't have the issues that you guys have in the UK, where you've got to try and get your following in and get gigging enough that you get a following, and I don't have any of those problems to have.
Yeah. From my experience, like it's been a very long time since I've done the covers band thing. But when I was doing that, I was very much a young musician, and we did everything for free because it was a good fun Friday night or whatever. Just that we were out and playing some music, and that some people wanted to actually listen to us. We weren't great, so it was probably they got what they paid for. But yeah, I mean, since we started with our band, it's been original material stuff. So we kind of have to alter those goalposts to suit. And there's not a place that would pay like any original material band to play. At very best, you'll get your fuel costs covered, which is a nice sweetener. But the best that you can hope for is that you take gigs smartly, that you don't do it where you're going to get screwed at a gig. So, for example, I think one of the things that Steve mentioned the other week about like venues asking you to come in and supply part of the back line, but you're the first band on. Those are the kind of gigs that you just nope, flat out refuse. Yeah. And I think part of the reason why we were talking about this is because we're thinking about like the future for musicians, and if there are so many bands out there who are willing to put up with the crap, then the crap's got to be the standard, isn't it?
And that's the biggest issue, is the fact that there are musicians out there who will do it for free.
Yeah.
If every single musician came together and said, no, nobody is going to play gigs for free, venues would have to start looking at the fact that they're a music venue. The band kind of brings the people in.
Yeah. I think unfortunately we're on a kind of tipping point at the moment where a lot of music venues are being closed down. So the gigs are becoming fewer and farther between. So the kind of hunger for the gig is taking over with a lot of people, and it's meaning that there are people who are willing to snap up the chance if you go, no, not going to do it.
Yeah. And like you say, it's the biggest issue, but it's not something that you're going to get. There's always going to be, even if we were in a different market, there's always going to be those kids that are going to go, I want to laugh on a Friday night, like you were saying.
Yeah.
They're going to do it for free.
Yeah, I was doing it, yeah. Can't really complain about it because I was doing it. But back then, music venues were 10 a penny, and you could go to like any number of music venues on a Friday night, Saturday night, whatever. Now it's getting less and less so, which is a shame. And I think that's where we're gonna wrap up the cast for this week. Bit of a sad note, that one, really. Oh well. Live music won't die when you've got people who obsessively collect gear and want an opportunity to play it at loud volumes.
Yeah, no, it'll never die. I'm very lucky living on the Isle of Man that there are still a fair few pub venues that want live music over a DJ, and there are so many, like, wedding fairs are just full of people looking for a live band for their wedding because they'd have a far better time with a live band than they would with a DJ.
Yeah, definitely.
We're really lucky that that's the case, because I know there's places in the UK where live bands almost don't exist.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, we'll leave it there. If you want to get involved in the conversation, go on to Fret Talk, the Fret Talk podcast group. So facebook.com/Fret Talk. I don't think it's a slash, is it? Facebook.com, searching groups for Fret Talk podcast. The Fret Talk podcast. Fret Talk podcast. I don't know. I think this summer heat has melted my brain. Yeah, search for Fret Talk podcast. And you'll find us. If you want to find me, you go facebook.com/budgetpedalchap, instagram.com/budgetpedalchap, and youtube.com, and then type in budgetpedalchap. This week, it will be coming out. It will already have come out by this time this is out. It's a lesson about finger tapping. I'm gonna
something I can't do.
Well, you need to give it a try, Matt, because this is a.
I will.
It's a workout. It's a workout and a half.
I mean, the extent of my finger tapping is I once learnt the start of the solo to One by Metallica. The diddle 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 diddle. It's like the 101 of two-handed tapping.
Yeah. Well, this is, I think it's a pentatonic tapping lick where you cross fingers and hammer onto strings without picking. So, hammer on from nowhere. It's, like I say, it's a workout. It's something that I cobbled together, and I'm sure there's people out there who'll do it much better than I can. But it's a kind of an introduction to moving finger tapping. So give it a go, see if you can do it, and if you can, post it in the Fret Talk podcast or as a video response to that video, because I want to see if you can do it.
I'll have to dig a guitar out.
Indeed, really low action, lots and lots of gain, Matt. That's what you need.
Don't have that. I don't do low action. I can do lots and lots of gain.
Yeah.
Can't really do the low actiony bit. Dig my Explorer out.
Yeah, there you go. That's like metal enough. I can't even remember what guitar I used to do it, to be honest. I think it might be my go-to Tele, which the action is not. It's not low on that one. I really need to set it, actually.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. But the tapping's fine. When you turn the gain up, tapping's fine. The notes happen whether you touch them or not.
Because that's how tapping works. If we want to catch you, you've got another podcast, haven't you, Matt? The Bad Bookers podcast? Talking about the wrestling?
I'm having a week off this week.
You're having a week off?
Because there wasn't that much that went on in wrestling, and our host's car died this afternoon.
Oh, man. It's Carmageddon, isn't it? With you lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And then one of the other guys got called into work. And so, 5 o'clock this evening, we were recording at 7:30 this evening. And then by 5:15, we weren't recording this week at all.
Yeah, fine.
So, we're having a week off, but we'll be back next week, talking about the wrestling. We'll talk about 2 weeks of the wrestling, where it's fine. I'm pretty sure nothing happened on the weekly shows this week that was too important. So, yeah. But so that's the Bad Bookers Wrestling Podcast.
Cool.
If you want to, give some abuse to any of us, we're all on Twitter, but if you follow the Bad Bookers Wrestling Podcast in the notes, so that's at Bad Bookers WP on Twitter, and in the description on Twitter, it gives everybody else's Twitter handles.
Yeah.
Where you can get hold of us and just yell abuse. Or, because there's so many people that now follow me on Twitter that like to talk about wrestling, if you tweet about guitars at me and I respond to you, you'll really confuse them because they think I'm affiliated with wrestling in some way, and I'm really not. So yeah, it's at HeelMatt on Twitter. If you want to check my band out, it's Switch IOM on Facebook.
It is.
Other than that, that's about it.
Awesome. Thanks for tuning in this week, guys. See you around next week, and it will be a goodbye and good night from me. And Podcat as well. Podcat's just come in to say hello.
Right at the end, stealing all the glory.
I know. You cute little bastard, you. So, ta-ra.
Good night.
Ta-ra a bit.
Bye.
Ta-ra. Yeah.
Doodle doodle
I'd done the most massive fart while you were doing your your little spiel. It'll probably come through on the microphone, to be honest. And I can be asked to edit it out. I might put some reverb on it. Be great, that one.